is a banger.
Just on our way back from Soho Farmhouse, and Ben's just worked out that you can draw on the thing to write, to search.
What's it, Lizzie?
Most impressive.
I. Z.
Z.
Z. Z.
Oh, you're not Liz. That's too many Z's.
Too many Z's.
Lizzie. Are you an artist?
Of course I am.
What's some of your favourite tracks that you've developed yourself?
So this one's called Getting Off the Roundabout, Multitasking.
Oh,
Which is my
sounds
latest
like
album, is that?
sounds like a banger.
It is a banger. That one's called Changing Lanes.
Oh,
When I
classic.
switched lanes. Someone's got there before me with that one. Who sings that?
Don't worry.
Tiger. When I switched lanes. Well, I'm automatic bang, bang. That one?
I can give you a beat if that'll help.
No, I don't think anything will help. Yeah, we've been to Soho Farmhouse. Ben went for the first time. What did you think about that experience?
Oh, it was bougie, wasn't it?
So bougie.
Very lovely.
Very lovely. Fancy. I feel like even though I only had the veggie breakfast, I'm so full I could be sick. Hours later.
You were just talking about dinner a moment ago.
I know, I was. But I'm not ready for it yet. I'm just hoping I will be ready soon. And now we're driving back home in the constant rain of the British summertime.
Summer.
I regret ever complaining about the heat wave. I take every negative word I said about that back.
It was quite nice being at the farmhouse though while it was raining outside.
Yeah, but when the weather's like this, it makes me just wish it was winter, so that I was in full winter mode.
You are in a jumper though.
I am, but full winter mode involves like
Mentality.
and eating pies. I'm not doing that at the moment, but I wish I was.
What kind of pies are you into in wintertime?
Steak and ale.
Steak and ale?
Yeah, like a proper pub pie.
Ooh.
Pie, mushy peas. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. How did I get that wrong?
That's
I
alright.
need this on the maybe bud so I can see on the bigger one. Oh, I really thought.
I don't think that was its fault. I think
No, it wasn't
I think
its
the
fault.
BMW did well.
It was my fault. I just couldn't tell from there what I was doing.
In 100 yards, make a left turn.
Yeah. Right. That crept up on us. What else do you want to tell the people? What do you think of my car?
Oh, I think your car is it's wide, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's wide.
Can't reach her. Can't reach.
Not touching.
Not touching. It's pretty special. You're driving it very responsibly. You're driving it well.
Thank you.
I'm impressed with your driving.
Thank you. I am a good driver, I think.
Breaking down all stereotypes, which is good.
I like driving, although I build all the stereotypes back up when it comes to parking and spatial awareness in that situation.
I just think you got to commit yourself to the park.
Oh, I'm really thrilled to be turning right out of this junction.
Oh, this is a lot of traffic here. Those are big old truck.
Thrilled. Is he going to be kind? Thank you.
Oh, of course,
Sir?
because we're in England and people give way. Give way,
They
sir.
really do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I can't thank you all enough. Thanks for
Oh,
coming.
shot from the street. Shot from the street, everyone.
Yeah, do you know what the people knew who I was?
They know. Well, I mean, you put it on the side of the car, so
Follow me at Shot from the Street.
shot from the street. Yeah.
We're gonna go.
If you were a car,
Yeah,
what car would you be?
this one.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, it's chic.
I don't know the car. I would.
No,
You've got more. This is. I mean, a BMW doesn't really have humble beginnings. You know, you've got quite humble beginnings.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe I'd be a. I don't know. That was my first car,
Oh, the Cinquecento.
but it was in
Fiat
a really
500?
light pastel blue.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
it was
that is that not what that is?
No, it was much lighter than that,
Wow.
and it was called Fifi, which
Oh,
Mum named
Fifi!
it. But its full name, according to Mum, was Fifi Trixabel Fiat 500.
Fiat
Fifi Trixabel.
Trixabel.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
And where is Fifi Trixabel now?
Fifi found a new home, and it was actually a very sad day. We sold Fifi. A nice lady came and picked her up, and it was sad.
Well, it's good to know that she's gone to a good home,
Yeah,
right?
she did. And I'm glad it was a lady that had her. Not that I don't like men, but I just felt she was a girl's car. Hey guys, it's Tuesday morning now. It's about 11:30. I've been to the gym. Just got back, as you can see. Just about to get myself ready. Where's my concealer? The one thing I use every single day is always the thing that bloody goes walkabout. Oh, I am back with a concealer. Yes, been to the gym, now at home. Yesterday's vlogging was just a bit in the car, wasn't it? Ben and I were on our way to Soho Farmhouse. Ben had the day off because it was a bank holiday in Amsterdam, so we got to take it even though he's working here this week. So yeah, we went to Soho Farmhouse, which was very nice. I did some work, then it rained constantly all day yesterday, like it literally didn't stop. Thankfully today's a lot nicer because it was miserable yesterday, and also it made me eat crap because it was, you know, I don't know if anyone else's cravings are hugely affected by the weather, but when it's rainy I think it's pretty common to just want comfort food. In the vlog last week I mentioned about starting scratch with my skincare and documenting it, and if you guys would be interested in that, and lots of you said that you were, so I'm gonna do it. I'm going for a facial tomorrow at Skinworks at Alex Eagle, which I've had once before. Had it last September and I really liked it, but it's very intense, like it's a full peel and everything, so I didn't feel like my skin would benefit from it really regularly, but my skin was amazing after it, and I really feel at the moment like I need the extraction and just to peel and all that good stuff. So I'm going for that tomorrow and I'll share that with you guys, but I thought from that point on that'd be a really good point to start from scratch because my skin will be like new, hopefully. So yeah, from tomorrow we're gonna do that together, and I'm literally gonna strip back to just washing my face with one cleanser, moisturising. Maybe we'll do that for a week and document it really closely, and then add in an oil or add in a serum, slowly but surely building everything back up and seeing what my skin responds to the most and what it needs the most. I don't have like hugely problematic skin, it just could be better, so I'm interested to see what will make it better. And it's also very sensitive skin, so I do have to be quite careful with it, which I don't think is a bad thing. Like, I'm quite grateful for having sensitive skin because I think it stops you messing too much sometimes. Anyway, that's tomorrow. I'm also getting my hair done tomorrow, I can't wait. Just getting it coloured, then I'm going to get it cut next week, so I can't wait for that. I'm just using some Touchicla on my face before I head out for the day. I think maybe part of this skincare thing I'll obviously have to show you the makeup I'm using, but I'm trying to just use less and less all the time so that there's less sat on my skin. Such a red spot under my nose. It's kind of all snotty and gross. So yeah, I'm going to do that, which is really, I actually am really quite excited about this and documenting this. Today's plan is I am going into town. Vince have got a pop-up shop in Selfridges, so I'm going to head there and pick out some stuff. They've invited me to get some gifting, so I'm going to go do that. I'm going to meet Brittany, Bathgate. We might have a quick lunch. I need to be back here all afternoon to be signing for parcels of various nature. And then I'm going out tonight with Ben and some of his work friends. We're going to go play shuffleboard in Shoreditch. Ben's obsessed with shuffleboard. I wrote in a blog post today about how I spent nearly all of the weekend in East London, which is something I never do. I live in West London, if any of you weren't aware. And I think it's quite common when you live in London to become very loyal to an area or a borough where you live, because it's such a huge city. When it just makes it manageable to stick around your area and to try and make that area feel like a village almost, which is what London's amazing for. Like, the different areas feel like different towns and villages, yet you are in like one of the biggest cities in the world the whole time. And each town and village will have its own vibe, but will also have everything you need in it, so you don't really have to leave. And like, some people will really like never leave East or never leave West or whatever, and the only other time I really go to East London is to go to Shoreditch, which is when, often for work things, and it's a schlep for me. It's not so bad, it's just on the central line, but it always feels really long to get there, especially if you go for like an evening event and they put a car on for you, which is obviously lovely, but it really like takes a while to drive there. So I've just never loved East London. I don't really like Shoreditch that much, but we spent the whole weekend there. We went to Broadway Market, which I'd never been to before, which is so bad of me, and we went to Columbia Flower Market. I've been to Columbia Road before, but never when the flower markets were on a Sunday, and it was just so nice, and I really liked it. Like, we were around Haggerston Park and places like that. This kind of chat is only really interesting, I think, if you live in London and know these places, but it was really a whole new experience for me, and reminded me how much I need to make more effort to go out in London more and explore it more, because it's such an amazing city and there's so much here. So yeah, I'm going back over east today. We'll be in Shoreditch this evening because Ben, the Uber officers in London are in Aldgate, so he's east for work. So that's the plan today. But yeah, I enjoyed the weekend so much that I would even be tempted to live there at some point, which I've never felt like before. I've always been so like love West London, and I still do. And I moved here because this is where most of my friends were when I came down to London, either here or south, like Clapham, which I don't love that area as much, so I don't think I'd really want to live there. But yes, it was quite an exciting experience for me, my whole East London excursion. Okay, dressed like a librarian as always. Got on my redone t-shirt. I think I said last vlog, this is my favourite one with high-waisted trousers because it's quite cropped, so like you don't need to tuck it in too much. A Uniqlo cashmere jumper on my shoulders. Necklace from Roxanne First and Lindsay's collaboration with them, and Peniel Croydon. My Nili Lotan trousers from Testing Basics, and my Church's brogues. Ignore that jumper on the floor, it's from the gym. I feel like these trousers, out of all the linen ones I had, are some of the easiest to style for a slightly more like transitional or wintry look. I'm actually a bit tempted to swap the shoes out for trainers because my feet are still a tiny bit sore from wearing these last time. I might just see what this would look like with my Converse instead. Okay guys, I'm back home. I ended up in a massive rush and wearing something different, so let me show you what I actually ended up wearing in the last minute change. And there's the mess that ensues when you have a last minute change. I kept the trousers on, Veja trainers, Arquette thick t-shirt, and my Everlane linen blazer. I really liked this outfit. Actually, Brittany took some pictures of me as well, which I'm excited to share, so I'm pleased with those. Let's just go back into the other room. Went to Vince to get some gifting bits, which I'll show you over the coming weeks, which are all in here. Such a nice brand, so many amazing pieces. And then Britt and I got distracted and each bought something from Benetton, United Colours of Benetton, which has done the clever thing of going back to his extremely 90s roots and re-releasing loads of that. Well, I don't know if it's a re-release, but basically creating stuff that looks exceedingly 90s. So I picked this up, this long-sleeved green and white, completely forgot what colours they were then, green and white polo shirt, and I'm so excited to wear it. Yeah, I can't wait. I really like it. It feels like something that Diana wore to and from the gym or something, Princess Diana. But it got a black t-shirt, it's a Benetton. But they've got the whole collection in Selfridges on Oxford Street, so definitely check it out because there's some great pieces. I'm going to make myself a coffee and have a tidy up and do some work now. Good morning, guys. I'm just getting ready to go out for a breakfast meeting, and then I am having a facial, like I mentioned, at Skinworks, and then I'm getting my hair done, so I'm being pampered all day basically. And I thought I'd quickly show my outfit. I have a very sleepy face this morning. I slept really well, but I just seem to not be able to get enough of sleep. So my outfit today is my Church's brogues, my Raey wool trousers, and then this top. This is one of the pieces that I got from Vince yesterday that I really like. It's just a super skinny, long sleeved, ribbed top. I think it's going to be really good in the winter again, which it feels like it is now, with like crew neck jumpers and to layer because of how high and tight that neckline is. So I'm really chuffed with this. I'm just going to wear my Toteme jacket because it's not very warm today and rain is forecast, so it is very miserable.
This is a Central Line train to Epping.
Just got to Oxford Street, realised I've left my phone at home, which is so annoying. A man on a unicycle, don't know if you can see that. Then I have to nip back after this breakfast and then rush back into town, which is so annoying. I don't know how I managed that. But yeah, Ben's gone to work and I'm off to start my day, which has already not gone well. Okay guys, I have come back home and I have my phone. I'm just about to get ready to go back out again to go and have this facial, which I'm very, very, very excited about, and then we can start all this proper skincare chat, which I hope will be interesting. And then, like I said, I'm getting my hair done, and this vlog's going to be a day late. I think it is Wednesday today, but I really want to vlog through the day. And then also when Ben's home tonight, we're going to talk about this ring, because yeah, I've been getting loads of questions about it, and it's not an engagement ring, it's on the wrong hand, but it does have something to do with Ben, so I want him to be here when we're talking about all of that. I'm super lethargic this week. Interested to know if any of you guys are, just by chance, if it's just sort of something's in retrograde or something and it's making the world lethargic, because I could genuinely sleep for a week. I'm just about to have a wee and go out. Before I do, I want to see, there's a Bob Dylan documentary by Martin Scorsese, and it's meant to go on Netflix today, but I don't know if that was American Netflix or our Netflix, so I'd love to watch that tonight and make Ben sit through it, even though I don't think he's a massive Dylan fan, but that's loud. So I want to see if it's come on. Yes! Oh.
We should be playing 20,000 seaters. But instead, they brought all these small venues. It wasn't a success. Not if you measure success in terms of profit.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm watching this tonight. This looks amazing.
It was a feeling of being alive.
I don't know if any of you guys have seen The Last Waltz, which is also by Martin Scorsese, I believe. And it was Bob Dylan and the band, was his touring band. And they were just so amazing, and then they became a band in their own right. Maybe they were a band beforehand and then Dylan found them through that, correct me if, I don't know which way around it happened. But they definitely released some of their own music. And then when they did their goodbye, their farewell gig basically, they made this documentary on it called The Last Waltz. And I think it's relatively fair to say that they're pretty unknown, like, they're not as well known as other bands of that era. And this farewell gig they did had like Dylan with them, obviously, Van Morrison, I think Joni Mitchell, Eric Clapton, just so many people. And it has to be one of the best live music documentaries you can ever see. Like, it's so much better than the Stones one that Scorsese did, in my opinion, the Rolling Stones one. I much prefer as well the Crossfire Hurricane Rolling Stones one as opposed to that one, which I think was called Shine a Light maybe. But yeah, you should watch that. It's called The Last Waltz, and the music's amazing and it's just incredible. I absolutely love it. So I'm hoping this will be like a similar vibe to that, although it's not just a concert. From the trailer I just watched that. Oh, I'm so excited to watch that now. I just don't want to go out, I want to sit and watch that. But come on, let's have a wee and let's go. Hello guys, I am back at home now. Just made myself a lemon and ginger water. I'm gonna go stand in front of the window in a second so you can see my skin and hair properly. I've had my hair done, I haven't had it cut, that's next week, but it's just a bit lighter all the way through it. Like I said, I'm gonna show you it properly, but it's got some really light bits here. I'm constantly tempted to go lighter all the time, but I'm just not sure if being almost blonde would suit me. I think I'd describe my hair colour at the moment as very dark, dirty blonde, or very light brunette. It's kind of like in between. And I'm always tempted to lighten it up even more, but I just don't think it will suit me. But anyway, the place I go and I don't pay for it, it's like a press thing, is Josh Wood. And I've been going there from even before I moved out to London, and then it's in Holland Park, just by a weird coincidence. And it's Melanie who does my colour, and she's really, really good because she knows I love her dearly and really enjoy catching up with her, but she knows I don't want to have to go back there very often. So she always does my hair in a way that is really low maintenance, so it will grow out really well. So just in case you ever want to go to the hairdressers and ask She puts the colour, she lightens it through my fringe and then drops it down through the crown. So as like she was explaining that it's almost impossible to do like a balayage to a fringe or to not touch a fringe when you're colouring it in a way that's going to look natural because it blocks it out, but it will grow out in a really natural way. So she puts colour through my fringe and bleaches it through there, and then does the sort of drop down balayage more through the back so that my hair can just grow out basically, and sometimes I don't go get it done for like 6 months. And she also every single time leaves loads of the hair untouched, so it has loads of different colours running through it, and then all the bleached bits that she does, especially when I go on holiday next week, will lighten up even more. So I didn't want to go too light today just in case it would go mental when I was on holiday, because the sun really does lighten my hair quite a bit, especially where the bleach is. But I'm so pleased with it. Also very pleased with the facial. Again, I'm going to come and stand in the light so you can see everything properly, but that was also a press thing. It was Skinworks at Alex Eagle, and I have had one there before, like I'd said, and that was their express one, and then they added on a peel after. I've never had a peel before, so they do like extraction, which I really felt like I needed, and then they put on a vitamin C thing where they like they galvanize it, was the word she'd use, and then do the peel, which is self-neutralizing, she described it as. So they leave it on and it just soaks into your skin. So I'm naturally at a point now where I need to cut back on my skincare, because after a peel you're not meant to use many active ingredients in your skincare for a week. So this is our week of just face wash. I repurchased my favorite ever moisturiser, which is La Crème Concentrée by Emrbyolisse. So I'm going to use this in the evenings, and my one with SPF in the morning. And I also bought a different SPF, which she's really recommended. It's SPF 45. I'm still going to get a 50 for when I'm on holiday. The La Roche-Posay one's been really heavily recommended by lots of you, so I'm going to pick that up. But I also, the brand that they stock at Skinworks is PCA Skin, so I picked up this and she used on my face today, and it really is, as the title suggests, weightless. I paid for this, by the way. This wasn't part of the press thing. So yeah, I got some of that, and I'm just going to be using these two this morning and night, and this morning and night, and this in the mornings, and my Aven anti-redness face wash, which I'll link in the description box. So we're going to keep it really simple for a whole week, and then I'm going to start adding some other bits in. So I also bought a new vitamin C serum by the same brand, PCA. This is the C&E Advanced. The first ever vitamin C serum I tried was from this brand, and it was called their Rejuvenating Serum, and it was amazing. This is like a step up in terms of intensity, because I've been using vitamin C for over 6 months now, so I'm ready to level up. So in about a week's time, I'm going to also introduce this in the mornings. I also bought an anti-redness, which I think is still in here, yeah, which I have no idea if this is going to be any good. Dual Action Redness Relief. Just to see, I've got no makeup on right now, and as you can see, I just have redness on and around my nose. So we're going to try to see if this makes a difference, but I'm going to introduce this later on, so that we can really work out if anything's reducing the redness, what the exact product is that's doing it. So this is our plan. This isn't sponsored by this, I paid for this specific product. I just really liked this because I had the serum from the last time, like I said, and the retinol I've used before is from them, and I've just really liked it. So I thought this would be a good place to start. So yes, to recap that, just because I want this to be really clear about this learning process we're going on. We're going to, for the next week, just be in an evening, a cleanse to take my makeup off, maybe micellar water over my mascara, and then that Emrbyolisse Moisturiser, that is it. And in the morning, I normally don't cleanse in the morning, I normally just splash my face with water. So a face water splash, and then the Emrbyolisse, and then the sun cream. So, and that is going to be it for the next week. And then one by one, I'll introduce each new product. I'm going to start with the vitamin C serum. I'm going to then move on to a retinol in the evening once a week, and then maybe we'll do anti-redness the next one and see what that does, and then bring the retinol in. So slowly but surely it would then be a skin routine with like cleansing. I'll use my rosehip oil as well from Pi, which I've used for ages, but it would have an acid to tone and everything, an antioxidant in the morning. So it would be like the full shebang, but I just hope adding it one by one will help us see what actually helps. So let's start. Let me, one sec. I'm going to show you my skin really close. So this is obviously natural light. So this is a spot, these are a couple of spots which are kind of red and angry. This is where I get the most congested, around here on my chin. I'm not meant to be touching my skin after that peel, sorry. Yeah, this is where I get the most congested, around my chin, where I always feel it the most. These are the 2 marks from the spots which I showed you last week. They've gone down actually really well. I don't know what that little hole in my face is from. And then around my big nose, I also get some redness, and it's not rosacea, but it's just like a bit drier there. And then my cheeks are pretty clear. Oh look, you can see the side of my nose so much better. This is the most unflattering thing I've ever put on the internet. And then my forehead, I've got a spot on my forehead at the moment, but my forehead generally, I get the odd blackhead, but nothing too bad. And on my actual nose, I get the odd blackhead, but again, nothing too bad. So, and this has done a really good job of showing my skin texture to you guys. So yeah, a lot of the redness is just from this bit here as well. That was very close up, and you can also see the colour of my hair a little bit better. So it's just a little bit like glossier, ashier, which I really needed. And yeah, a lot lighter like through the ends there. I'm really pleased with it. She always does the best job for me. And I also repurchased my favourite ever silver shampoo, which is the Orbe one. Purple shampoo. Is it called silver shampoo? The purple shampoo that keeps the ashiness in your hair. I've tried a few different ones and I've been sent loads in the past, but the best one in my opinion is the Orbe one. It's really expensive. I just bought the conditioner and the shampoo, and it was £88 for them both. I only wash my hair with that every few washes, so it does last a really long time, and it is, in my opinion, worth that price tag, unfortunately. I wish I could say that I'd liked a cheaper one. What else? I am skincare, hair. I've been sent loads of swimwear this week. Would you guys want to see a swimwear haul, or is it really not interesting? If it was within a vlog, is it something you want to see? If it was literally like all swimwear I've been sent as well, I haven't bought any of it. Brands go wild for sending you swimwear. It's amazing. It's so, well, so lucky for it. But I can't remember last time I bought a bikini. It's one of those things you just get gifted so much of in the summer. So I've got loads and loads that I really love as well. So let me know if you'd want that within a vlog, maybe a bit of a swimwear haul, because I've got quite a good mix of brands too, but I just would want to make it clear that I haven't bought them. I think that's everything for now. I'm gonna just do a little bit of work that I need to get done. Ben and I are going out for dinner tonight. I'm taking him to cricket because we've been there before, and there's a newish one by White City, so we're gonna go there for tea, and I will check in again when he's home, and then obviously we're gonna have to watch this Dylan thing that's come on Netflix because I'm so excited.
What do you think?
I have to try some. It's so good. So good. Not that new, I'm on level 149.
You really?
Yeah.
Oh god.
We're stuck on this long word.
Right in for this word.
Arctic.
Please. Oh, you are. Oh my god. Brains is so sexy.
Oh. Oh. That's what Ron used to say to Hermione. Oh no, Harry. You ended up together in that.
Harry ended up with Ginny, which was
Ron
a bit weird.
Ron and Hermy one.
Hermy.
Hermy one. That's how it's spelled.
Oh, we've got one more here.
There.
Oh, no resting below hills. C-I-R. Critic?
No.
Good.
That was it felt close though. Circa.
Oh. Free version. Give us your favourite new thing you learnt recently.
Have you got something in mind?
No. Have you learned something recently that blew your mind? We've watched some David Attenborough recently. Surely there's something in that.
Yeah. That bird that did that dance, the black bird.
Oh.
It's amazing.
That was insane.
It was on the Jungles episode of Our Planet.
Oh, so good.
We need to tell everyone about this ring in this vlog.
Do we?
Yeah. Again, get questions about it. Just tell the story.
I can tell the story if you like.
Go
Yeah.
on then. Tell them.
So a brand, Fenton Co, got in touch with me, and they asked me if I wanted to design a ring for Lizzie, to which I was immediately like, absolutely not, that sounds terrifying. But I persevered because the website was really easy to use and it was really easy to design a ring, and based on everything else that Lizzie wears, I was kind of like, yeah, this will work.
And you had some guidance,
I had a little bit of guidance.
like towards an emerald as well, which that bit you knew.
The emerald, yeah, but then like obviously you're going to wear gold because everything else you have is gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so we got it made, got it engraved.
Yes.
And then they sent it to Amsterdam, and I gave it to Lizzie when we were in Amsterdam, which was really nice.
Good. And I've been wearing it ever since. That's the story behind the ring.
It's not an engagement ring.
It's not an engagement ring. I specifically, initially, it was big when it arrived, so I had it on this finger because Ben had to do an Instagram post about it, and I didn't want everyone to think it was an engagement ring, so I thought wrong hand and wrong finger, double whammy. Alas, still some questions were asked. But then I had it resized to fit on this finger because I didn't want to take off this.
Do you know, I found out that this in a lot of like Orthodox communities, like in Russia, that's actually like you're married now.
Congrats to me.
Eastern Europe, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Who's the lucky fella?
You don't know him.
Tell me, who is he?
My other boyfriend.
I hope he's in. Am I going to get on with this guy? Because I better. If we're going to be spending a lot of time together with this guy.
Yeah, he's just the better model.
In a throuple.
Basically. A
Oh, an upgraded version. It makes you.
This is my new bag as well, from LN. I don't know if that's how you say it. I really like it.
It's cute. It doesn't really fit with the raininess of London right
I'm
now.
going to take you to it. Do you like it? I think this might be the kind of thing you wouldn't like as much. It's not very simple.
I don't like it as much as some of your other bags.
Yeah, I thought that would be the answer.
What was that? What was that bag you have a lot of that I really like?
Celine one.
Oh,
And the
Celine.
Loewe ones. You
R.I.P.
like?
Celine. Old
Yeah.
Celine.
Bye guys. Oh shoot, I'm going to sign the vlog out here. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to go home and watch the Bob Dylan thing now. Ben is not excited, but he'll be a converted Dylan fan by the end of tonight, let me tell you. And shall I end with my impression of Bob Dylan?
Please.
What song? I'll sing Don't Think Twice. Don't think twice, it's alright.